Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I put together my frog journal. And I showed you guys on the last video I did how to make this kind of cover like this. So I made it with the gnomes, and I showed you guys how to do a little bit of grunging up with a little bit of dyes and stuff. And on the front here, just kind of grunged it a little bit, made it a little more vintage looking. And I will put this link down below for you guys to come check it out. And yeah, I'll do that. And please, if you guys could, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's go together. Okay, first off here, we're going to start on the outside, and then I just did this. I cut it out of a just a heating pad box that my mom sent me for Christmas, and it was a long one, and I made my coffee journal. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. I can put that down below if you guys want to check it out. But I did my coffee journal on the top half of it, and then now I'm going to do my frog journal on the bottom half. All right. My mom in Alaska, she sent me one for me, it was a big box, and one for my mother-in-law. So I had two of these boxes, and I've made another. I had a frog journal that I did before, and I didn't sew it like this. I had it more frayed around. I didn't do it enclosed. And I sold that one, so I was like, well, I have more material, so I made this. And my mom actually bought the other coffee journal. She really loved it. So I figured I'd use the other box and do the same things with it. So I had some more coffee material. So that's why you guys have probably seen this more than once. I had two of these boxes. But I was like, what? This is perfect. It's nice and thick, and it makes a great journal. Okay, so now in my stuff, what I do is write. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I always forget where things go, and I want to make sure the top is up this way, so I know which way I did this side. This is the front, so I put a little F, and then a T pointing up. So I always kind of mark on it where I know I'm going to glue fabric or paper over the top, so it doesn't matter, just to remind myself. And then I got to make sure I want to put the seam binding glued down first before I put the inside, so we can have a closure. So I just remind myself. So that's kind of, and then I already inked around it with some vintage photo. Oh, I just did some vintage photo. That's my go-to. I love vintage photo. I should probably switch it up, but why? It's working for me. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is go like this, and I just cut these to size. And as you guys have seen in my videos, if you've seen them, I mean, I'm not assuming you have, but if you've seen them, I put batting on the inside of my fabric. So just to give it a little bit of, to make it a little plush and stuff, just like that. And you can use receiving blanket or flannel or anything like that. And I just cut it a little bit smaller than the actual fabric. And then it also helps with the glue down. The glue process, because when you glue it, it makes it so it doesn't seep through the material. So I like that part too. And then I always wind up sewing it down anyway. So what we're going to do is go ahead, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put the back on first. We're just going to glue everything down. I'm going to glue this like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue this one. I'm going to overlap to do this one on top last, like that. So I'm going to do that in a time lapse, but that's all I'm doing is just taking it and gluing it all on top of how it goes. All right, as you can see, I used Fabrifix, and it bonds fabric, lace, leather, trims, and more. Just because I wanted this to come out faster, I did it from here, but I usually do the Sugar Bell icing with the fine metal tip here. When I'm doing like intricate, more, where I want it precise, I guess. Okay, so what I did is glue all this down, and you can see I just kind of tacked this down just a little bit because we're going to go to the sewing machine, and I'm going to just do some zigzag stitching, some straight stitching, some zigzag, switch it up and do zigzag straight just along the front, back, and the middle here. And then I'm just going to leave this as is in the front. And I'm also going to go all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and just do a stitch, probably a zigzag, just all the way around just to secure everything down.
Okay, so I'm just turning it onto the inside here and putting it on a zigzag stitch. And I'm going to do that stitch right there, and then I'm just going to work my way all the way around it. So just make sure everything's lined up on the front how you want it. And then I'm just going to stitch all the way around the whole.
Sewn up here, got it all sewn, and I hope you guys are having a crafty day today, and getting out your materials and getting your sewing machines turned on, doing some fun things. And you don't have to sew this. This can just be glued down. You can just do the gluing. And this way, I showed you guys, I don't know if you guys have followed my other videos, but I've showed you that I sew these first and then glue them down. And today I just kind of wanted to show you guys a different way to do it, where you could glue them on here, the fabric with the batting, and then do just some sewing. And so there's different ways to do it, different techniques. And if you guys look through my channel, you guys could come see different ways that that I add fabric and stuff, and do all that fun stuff. Okay, so I'm just getting all this off of here. Yeah, and I like to sew it either way before I put the paper on the inside here. You can sew it after the fact. I've done that before and had the sewing go through the paper, and that looks cool. So I mean, you could do it either way, any way, but I like to change it up every once in a while, just so I'm not doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so get all these little strings out of here. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this. My goodness, it doesn't want to come off. Okay, so I went ahead and did the sewing all the way around, and I stitched down the ribbon right here on this part, and I didn't really like the way it looked when it was closed like that. I don't like how it's down like that. So down here at the bottom, I went ahead and stitch ripped a little bit and had it pop up. So I just wanted to show you guys, if that happens, you could do this. And then I like to take some glue, just some art glitter glue is great, and catch the end here of the part that you stitch ripped, and just make sure you're gluing it pretty good. And then just so you don't have it unravel on you. So I'll just put a little glue here, and then it'll keep that stitch so it's not going to come unraveled. So you can see right here, just a dab of glue and just kind of dab it down with your finger. So there we go. And just any glue, just as long as you get it on there, and make sure that string isn't going to come undone. Okay, and then I'll show you guys real quick. I just have a seam ripper. Okay, and what I did is just kind of went right here. And just go ahead and, there you go. And it should come apart pretty easy. So you just get it in there and get it in between the stitches like that, and just slide it in, and then it cuts with that razor blade that's right in the middle there. And then you just pull it gently where you want it. So now when I close it, it shouldn't, there we go. So there. Because I didn't like that look, that it was tucking down like that. So there. And then that doesn't look bad at all. So just take it and make sure you fold it down. There we go. So that doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then just take your glue once you have it how you want it. And just do a little dab just on the ends. There we go. Just so it doesn't sit there and come unraveled, which I don't think it would in the first place, but just to make sure. Just to double make sure. Okay. And then make sure I got this over here. All right. There. And you won't even notice it. Okay. So we got that done. And then I need to find a seam binding because I got to glue that down first. That's why I got my little notes here. And I'm not sure if that's going to bug me with the flap here, but I mean, maybe not. Might be okay. All right. There, that definitely does look a lot better. So yeah, you could just do something like that if you have it. So just do a little seam ripper there, and then that works. Okay. So I just went ahead and just did the sewing on the back here. Got all that done. And then, yeah, this is seam binding that I got, and I got it off of Etsy, and it's great. I mean, she's got a great shop. You have to go check her out. Cottage Creations, and it's Sherry Nelson. I want you guys to go check her out. And I just ordered it off Etsy, and I love it. It's just, I think it was 30 yards. And it's all different colors, so you can't go wrong, really. I mean, you got all these pretty colors that you get. So go check her out. And I think I want this color. I'm gonna go with green. Yeah. Yeah, that'll look nice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I wanna go ahead and glue. I'm just going to glue it. Yeah, let's glue it and then we'll figure out how long I want it. Or I wonder if I should measure it first. Let's see. Let's see. So we got, I'm just measuring down here if you can't see me. What do you think, 20 inches? Is that's way too long. Not 20 inches. 15. So if we glue like that much, we'll have that much to tie. That might be about right. So let's do 15 inches. I'm committing to that. I think that'll work. Maybe a little longer. Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and do the other one the same size. And I'm just using my Fabrifix. And just make sure you're lining it up where you want it. In the middle would probably be a good idea. Okay, we'll just glue it really good, and then we'll glue it with the paper over the top too. Get glue on your hands. Let's use my little chopstick here. think that's going anywhere. Okay. So we got that one. And I'll just do the same thing here to the other side. Just kind of line her up like that. So if it's off center, at least they'll both be off center. That's one way to look at it. Okay, so that's about right. So about right here. And I'm just putting a good amount down. I don't want this baby going anywhere. All right. So that ain't going nowhere. I can just use my napkin. It's probably better with a chopstick. Okay. So I'll just glue it down. There we go. Now we're glued. Okay. So make sure it's the right side up. That's the top. That's why I put a T pointing up, because I can mess myself up really fast. Okay, so we will put the papers on in just a second. Okay, so I got my papers over here. And I got these pre-cut, ready to go. Okay, that's gonna be the middle one. And I inked them. And I showed you guys already, but it's the vintage photo. I pretty much did that throughout. Okay. And this one's gonna go here. And then this one's gonna go here. And then we got pockets. Okay. Let's glue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just glue everything down, and I'll do that in a time lapse. I'm just getting it all glued on. All right, we got it all glued down. Got some pockets on it. And it looks like that. And then we got the seam bindings coming out to tie. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, and now I'm going to add my signatures. Oh, no, not adding the signature, not yet. I always do that first, accidentally. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my eyelet in. That's what I'm gonna do first. So we can have our dangle. I'm just using green. Okay, and then we got the 1/8 hole punch, 3/16 hole punch, and the eyelet setter. So I'm gonna do the 3/16 hole punch. I'm just gonna center it. Okay. There we go. And get the rest of it there. It won't go through the material for some weird reason, so you kind of always have to do a little cut there. Okay. And for some reason I ordered the 3/16. That is not in the middle. But it is in the middle here. So I think that makes more sense. Because this, so it is in the middle there. So that's okay. But I ordered the 3/16 eyelets, and for some reason the 3/16 punch is too small. So I always have to make it a little bit bigger. Darn it, I really don't like, but the signatures are going to cover it up. And it is in the center, and it's a little off. It's a little bit off, but not too bad, because this kind of comes over like that too. So, I mean, I could move it over a little, but not by much. I mean, we could try here. Let's see. We can always try a little bit. Maybe just a smidgel. Maybe I'll slide it over a little bit here. There we go. There. So that is in the center there. So I don't mind that. Okay. I don't mind it. It kind of worked out. Okay, and then we just smash it. There we go. And then it just goes in here. And let's see. I think we're okay. I mean, that looks great, right? I think it looks good. And this can just pull down. It's just a little bulb pin that I put beads on. You can see the beads. So it's just for funsies. I can usually pop it down, but it's not cooperating with me right now. But there we go. That's not bad. I think that turned out pretty cute. Just like that. Yeah, works for me. Okay, and let's take it off just till we're done here. So that's why I don't sweat the small stuff. I think it turned out great. Okay. So in a time lapse, I'm going to go ahead and just pop my signatures in. And I just did 7 pages in each one, and it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures. And I did craft papers, and then a bunch of dyed papers, magazine or book pages, and we'll do a flip through when we're all done. So I'm just going to do this in a time lapse. I have more detailed binding videos if you want to come check them out. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put this one in, put these in, and then we can do a flip through. So we are done with it. Got the back here with a little dangle. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's okay. It looks good. It's a little over this way, but that's okay because this kind of covers over here too. So that's not too bad. Okay, and then you got the front, and then you untie it so it makes a nice little bow and tons of room to grow here. And I don't know if I said this will be in my Etsy shop. I'll get it in today, and you come check it out. It'll be one of a kind. I also have a matching little journaling card tag that I'm going to put with it to come with it, and I like to put them in the back here. So you got a little pocket in the back, and then it just sticks out the top like that. Okay, and you got a pocket in the front. And like I said, each one is 7 signatures. So we got craft paper. And we'll just see what we got here. I got some fun. I got a hummingbird and magazine pages that I took the shine out of with the baby powder and glue and water. And I have a video on that. I can put that one down below. If I don't remember to put these videos down, the links down below, just let me know. And I'll... and they are in my videos too, my most recent, if you come check them out. This is just a piece of tissue paper that I dyed with some Rit dye. I did some spraying on it. And some handmade paper with some botanicals in it from my garden. And some coloring papers. Just some fun things to play with. It's fun to pet all the pages, so yeah, that's fun. It's too much fun. Okay, so that's one signature. I'm just checking to make sure they're all in there because I haven't flipped through it yet either. So I just want to double check. And then I have avocado dyed papers and onion dyed paper throughout, some stenciling that I do with my RIT die. And then just some fun things, like just some fun interactive pages and stuff. Yeah. Just some things you can play with here. And there's tons of journaling space. Tons. So there will be no lack of that. And this is pretty much a naked journal where you guys can just add whatever you want to it. And meaning there's no pockets, there's no extra ephemera. I mean, the only thing coming with it is just the tag here that I make to go with it. And everything else is pretty much to your own imagination. You can add whatever you want to it. And I mean, it's just got some, you know, vintage pages, some throughout. Like, I mean, I think this is from the 80s. So, I mean, we're not going super old, but I mean, there is some stuff like, you know, the 80s was a while ago. I mean, really. But let's see, what else do we have here? I think I have some pattern papers in here too that are pretty old. I think I put that one in this one. And then just some avocado dyed, some fun, you know, different things you can play with here. And then, yeah. So I did craft paper on each front of each signature. Just the brown craft paper. And then I thought this was cute, just a fun envelope for a pocket. So you do have a pocket here too. And then some cool beading book is in here. And oh yeah, I did put a little side tuck right here. Oops, I gotta glue that again. But you could slide something in here. Just a little pocket. Just for funsies. Here, maybe we'll do that while we're thinking about it here. There we go. So you could slide something in there. Wow. I got glue happy on that one. Okay, so it's just got a little pocket here. Oh, and a little pocket here. So you can just put some stuff in there. And then another pocket here on the other side of the envelope. So it has pockets throughout, so. Okay. And I gave some space in between just to grow. So you'll be able to stuff these pretty full. And the closure is pretty long, so you'll be able to tie it up. So you can fit some stuff in here for sure. Okay. And I think we're on the last signature here. And some more handmade paper. So each signature has a craft brown paper on the outside, and then I put a little one in the middle, either on the top, bottom, or just a little piece, just for fun. So yeah, there's tons of space to do projects and glue and put more pockets if you want. And so yeah, so this will come with it, and then that's the back part of it. And then there's journaling spot here. So there we go. And then we can tie it up. You got plenty of space to tie, or room to grow. So there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And this will be in my Etsy shop, and I will put the link will be down below for you. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting, guys. And have a great day. I want to show you guys this real quick. I went ahead and added a double dangle because it was off center. It was driving me nuts. So I went ahead and just put another eyelet through and hung another dangle. So I just have the charm here, the hope, and 2 dangles. So we got a double dangle here. And I think it turned out great.